All right, so I'm glad everybody's back. Lily, would you leave me my dog? Oh my God. Glad everybody's back. I know it's been a hot minute. I'm so sorry about that, but let's get on to what we did in day 6. So day 6 started off a little differently. We hung around the base and kind of took a tour of where John works at, and it was really cool. It's an amazing Army base, amazing facility. Everybody there is super nice. A great place to check out, and plus I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to aircraft, so I got to see like the helicopters that he worked on. It was a really cool time. I really enjoyed it. Whether the kids or the wife did or not, I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun. So once we left there, and it was a little bit later in the day, we headed back towards the city, and the first stop we made was at the Fremont Troll. So the Fremont Troll, it's underneath a bridge in the Fremont Arts District, and the city at one point in time challenged the Fremont Art District to come up with something to do down there under the bridge to make something. So they came up with this troll, and it's a whole bunch of concrete and rebar steel, and it's huge, and it's really cool to go check out, and it's kind of like a hidden gem. But it's really neat to see. It's crushing a Volkswagen Beetle, a real Volkswagen Beetle that at one point in time was a time capsule for Elvis memorabilia, but after vandalisms, they didn't put anything back in it. All that stuff got stolen, I guess. But you can read up on it online and make your own determination. From there, we headed into downtown, right at the base of the Space Needle, where we got our tickets and found out it was going to be like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour wait to get in line to go up to the Space Needle. Nonetheless, we got our tickets, got our time reserved, started walking around, snapped a couple of pictures of this park area outside of where we went to eat. I really liked it. It was an overlook and had some leading lines, and I don't know, I just kind of felt artsy. So after that, we walked into the Armory, which it's called the Armory at Seattle Center. It's right next to where the Seattle Kraken play hockey. So they had a bunch of Kraken memorabilia in it, but they had a lot of food options in there. We went in, ate, had a good time. It was full of people. Parking downtown was absolutely nuts because there was a Kraken game at like 4:35, something like that. Parking was expensive. There were people absolutely everywhere, but you're in a very touristy area in downtown Seattle. It was cool. The food there was good. It was great. We got out of there, started walking around some more, killing some time, found a street performer who was tearing up some Lindsey Sterling on the violin. Walked around a little bit more outside of the Seattle Pop Museum. We found a park for the kids to play and kill some time, and it was a good little bit. So in an earlier video, I told you about how I got lands clearance to fly my drone in Seattle, and I did, and this was the area where I got it for. And I was gonna fly, I was looking around, the kids were having a good time, there was some people, but there was an area off to the side where I thought, I'll do it. I'll put it up right there, I'll get some good footage, bring it back down. I might fly for maybe 10 minutes. Wind started picking up, and there was some sprinkles here and there, and I thought, nope, not today, Satan. I ain't losing a drone over in Seattle dealing with all this garbage. So I didn't do it, and I think I had a missed opportunity there. I should have got some more video for y'all, and I just didn't do it. Bad on my part. We finally got to the point where we could go get in line for the Space Needle. And we get up there, and I had my camera bag, and the guy at the front said, I need to search your camera bag. I said, yeah, cool, here you go. Just camera, lenses, batteries, a drone. He said, oh, the drone. He said the drone can't go up. Man, really? Like, what do you expect me to do? It's gonna stay in the bag. He said, yeah, people have flown them out of the top of the Space Needle before. So if you've never been to the Space Needle, you go up and there's this whole interior area. There's a restaurant on the lower level of the top portion. But around the perimeter, it's all glass. You walk outside or out onto that area to view stuff and it's glass all the way around. The top is open. People fly their drones out of the top of that, or did, I guess, before they started checking bags. And that kind of causes kind of a nightmare. I wasn't gonna do it, but he wasn't letting me up with it. So fortunately, they do have some lockers at the very bottom and you can put stuff in there. So I ran back outside, I took my whole bag, put it in the locker, paid for it, closed the door, put my code in. And in hindsight, I should have just left the drone, because now all my lenses, my batteries, my everything is in this bag. And I am however many feet up in the air at the Space Needle taking pictures with one lens and one camera. Still got some pretty good ones. I don't mind it a bit. So from the Space Needle, we ran across town so Jessica could find a Peloton store, just because she had never seen one before or been in one, so she got to do that. We went back into the downtown area, went by Pike's Place Market, which we had already been to on this trip, but this was a different time of day. It was the evening. There wasn't a lot of people up there, which it's really quite photogenic in the evening with the neon and the darker areas, and there's not people running around everywhere and throwing fish at your heads. I got some good pictures there, and of course the iconic market sign that you see in all kinds of photos, especially if you look at anything for Seattle. But now I have my own. Underneath Pike's Place Market is an alley, and I forgot the name of the alley, and I'm sure you can find it, but it's where the gum wall is, and which might possibly be the most disgusting area in Seattle. Yes, it is a gum wall. People use chewed up gum stacked 30 feet in the air. I don't know how people have got it that high, but there is gum dripping off the walls of this alleyway. However, it is a cool place to take pictures. Now we left the gum wall, walked down towards the waterfront where we got some food, got some dinner, and the place that we ate at, I don't remember the name, and it really wasn't memorable because I've had better food for cheaper prices. It was a huge hype, and of course everything in a big city is gonna be more expensive, but here we are. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't that great. Wasn't memorable. We left out of there, I got a couple of pictures of the Ferris wheel, and we were absolutely beat. Decided that we were gonna make that 45-minute to an hour trek back to the base and call it a night. So that's all for day 6, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, smash that subscribe button, and turn your notifications on so when I do post a video, even if it takes me 2 months to do it sometimes, or 3 or 5, I don't know how many months it's been, but it's been a long time. Go ahead and turn your notifications on, that way that you'll know when I do post something. And I suggest that you go back and watch all of my other videos multiple times. I'd really enjoy that. It'd be really nice. But anyway, the next video, we're going to the Pacific Ocean. So come back for that one, and I'd love to see you all back anytime. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Until next time, I love you guys.